My name is Catherine St. Jean, but I go by Katie. And first, I'd like to start off with my CEE story. So, I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, and when I was in the third grade, there was a water crisis in my town. So, a local coal company had been indiscriminately dumping coal cleaning chemicals into our river, which is our local water source that we used, that the water companies used for everything. So when I was just 9 years old, I had to take 2 weeks off of school. We were told that we couldn't shower with this water, we couldn't drink this water. And even though we could start showering with this water just a couple weeks later, we weren't allowed to drink the tap water for months and months. And this was something that just kind of, it really affected how I saw my community and how I saw water issues and infrastructure and just West Virginia in general. Because whenever something like that happened to me and when I was so young, it just kind of planted a desire in my, it kind of grew my desire to want to fix my community when I grew up. So, yeah, that's my story. And as I watched Dr. Clough's lecture and as I read Rockstrom's article on planetary boundaries, there were two key takeaways that I had. So, from Rockstrom's article, the first takeaway is that we are nearing or may have already transgressed some of our planetary boundaries. According to Rockstrom et al., we may have already transgressed the climate change boundary, the biodiversity loss boundary, and the nitrogen phosphorus cycle boundaries. And the article went on to say that if one boundary is transgressed, then the other boundaries are therefore under serious risk as well. And Dr. Clough, he highlighted in his lecture, he highlighted the already showing effects of climate change on humanity. And the key takeaway from his video seminar is that since the world is already changing, we need to engineer new solutions for a changing world. These new solutions could include better energy systems, new approaches to design, things like that, but they need to happen for the sake of mitigating climate change. And one of my goals for this class is I hope to gain experience working in a team setting to achieve a common goal. I know that my future as an engineer is pretty dependent on being able to collaborate and communicate with others. And I also hope to gain some practical knowledge of civil and environmental systems because this course is my first exposure to like a true engineering class since before this I only really took prereqs.